I hereby wish to state that I have no ill will against anyone.
This marks the first time that the opposition in Nigeria has defeated the ruling party in democratic elections. CNN's Christian Purefoy has more on this watershed moment for the country.
Nigerians watched as the results from their presidential election were announced. And then something historic happened. Opposition leader Muhammadu Buhari beat incumbent President Goodluck Jonathan. It is a transfer of power never witnessed in the history of Nigeria.
This is true democracy. Change everywhere. We want a good government. We want someone who can take us along. We want to be happy.
The unity in the country is very, very high. The spirit is high for everything to change. Somebody has been there for 6 years, no change. We want to try another person.
Nigeria is Africa's largest democracy. And after decades of military rule and aborted attempts at democracy, there were fears that neither side would accept defeat and the vote would turn violent. And then Jonathan phoned Buhari to congratulate him on his victory. And democracy takes hold in Nigeria.
CNN's Christian Purefoy reporting there, and he's on the line with us now from Abuja. And Christian, the worry was with this election that it was going to be too close to call and that instability could threaten peace and progress, yet Buhari won convincingly. Clearly everyone is happy. What does this mean for the country going forward?
Well, as you said, Lynda, the worries were that no one was going to accept defeat, and actually the complete opposite has happened. And as you just heard in Buhari's speech, he's talking about reconciliation, and President Jonathan calling him to concede defeat is all absolutely unprecedented. And moving forward, Lynda, this is, first of all, you can't get enough of those speeches about reconciliation in a country that really has so many divisions in the past. You talk about Boko Haram, you talk about religious violence, you talk about militancy, and so many other issues here. And all of these things, of course, are what's prompted so many people to vote for General Buhari, because they want a strong man to try and come in. He is a general. He's considered anti-corrupt. They want him to come in and try and sort of solve some of these problems. Lynda.
And there's no doubt he will face a lot of challenges. Corruption is always an issue there, and now the collapse of oil prices. What can Buhari do to combat that problem?
Yes, the real, when Buhari gets into power, and it's going to be another 2 months, he's going to be sworn in on the 29th of May. There's going to be enormous challenges. Some of those divisions all of those divisions I talked about, but yes, you say the economy. Nigeria is Africa's largest oil producer, but the price of oil is crashing. You've got poverty at extraordinary rates, unemployment at extraordinary percentages. The problems are just mammoth. And we were actually just speaking to one of the main APC players actually up here in Abuja, and they're very concerned about what they're actually going to face when they get into power. But in some ways, that is already a good step. That they're concerned. They're already making plans, and they hope, and the hope is for everyone, is that this sort of unprecedented election, Lynda, will give them the political momentum. Even if the economy is down and there are divisions, this political legitimacy of this election will give them the power to try and tackle some of these issues head on. Lynda.
Yeah, a lot of challenges ahead. Christian Purefoy, thank you very much for that update. And this programming note, in his first interview since winning the election, Muhammadu Buhari speaks to our chief international correspondent, Christian Amanpour. You'll hear about the challenges Nigeria faces and what his priorities will be. That's exclusively on Amanpour. Coming up at 7 p.m. in London and Abuja, 8 p.m. Central European time, only on CNN.